Hi, this is Modern Renaissance Man. Sorry for the long wait. But I do have a job, and well, sometimes I will upload some videos. I hope you all understand, and I promise that I will make more, at least one per week. My father told me that there are 3 things that a man will never share in life. 1. His car. 2. His firearm. And 3. His woman. A man must always provide, protect, and lead. A man who can't do these things, can he be called a man? The reason I mention this is that many people reach their personal goals or their lifestyle by willing to risk anything, even their woman, by sharing her with the world on social media that are available to make money or go viral. Someone who lets her woman do adult content for others is lower than dirt, and he cannot be called even a man. And remember, my friends, seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. And here's some clips so you can be inspired.
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. Come here.
This country was built for men, and these laws and rules, like, it's all for men, like it was built for men.
Men didn't build it for the benefit of other men. They built it for their families, their wives, their sons, their daughters. Yes, this country and all countries, in fact, have been built on the backs of men, but it's not for the benefit of other men. Every single thing that you see around you, the buildings you live in, the streets you drive in, the infrastructure that you rely on to survive, was all built, created, and is maintained by good, honest, hardworking men that simply want to provide for their family. It's not men wanting to oppress women. It's just men that want to work and provide for their family.
If you realistically look at it, if you look at the world the way it is, when it comes to who built the world, who civilized the world, who made the world that it is now, which is a great place to be in a first world country, it wasn't women really that civilized the world and made it the way it is. It was men. Men are the builders of society, and they're able to do that because of our brains being different. We're more logically sound, we're deductive problem solvers, we're better than women on a lot of things, and that's why we live in the thriving society we live in today. We're able to come on this podcast and say a bunch of nonsense. The reason why is because you live in a world that's very safe and nice and clean, and it allows women to have their opinions and thoughts, which quite frankly a lot of times don't really have any real consequence in the world, and women are able to do what they want to do and act the way they want to act without real consequence, because men civilized the world for you all to be this way.
Do you think that maybe sometimes it's just more practical for men to do the heavier lifting because men are stronger than women?
Absolutely.
Yes. So men doing the heavy lifting in society is 99.9% purely benevolent.
But that also plays into the systematic stuff that I was talking about, because a lot of women can't get jobs in construction.
Have you ever tried to be a concreter?
Yeah. No, but I totally would.
Why wouldn't you want to be a concreter?
I totally would.
Why
I would
aren't you a
love to do
concreter?
that. Because I'm not educated on it. My schooling was for CNA.
Why don't you go and get educated on concreting?
Well, right now my life is a little bit rough, but I totally would. Like, as soon as I get things straightened out,
Sure.
I want a different field.
Well,
I'm tired of the medical
Let me
field.
tell you this, and you can disagree with me if you'd like. You wouldn't last 2 minutes as a concreter.
I'd like to try to prove people wrong.
In the modern world, you can think that all you want. And that's because your life is so comfortable that you can have that strain of thought. But the fact of the matter is that I did concreting for a few months, and I didn't last. And I'm not a weak guy. But these guys are some of the hardest people you'll ever meet in your life. They are up at the crack of dawn every day, breaking their backs. You would not last a single day. You can sit here and say girl power all you'd like. You wouldn't last a day.
There's a quote at the beginning of Fear and Loathing. It says, "He who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man."
Be a dangerous man. You can't be a good man, a fully good man, if you're not a dangerous man. It's okay, be dangerous. Now, being dangerous is not being a threat. They're 2 different things. To be good is to do good to people, and sometimes doing good to people is protecting those people. Often the most dangerous man in the room is the quietest man in the room, all right? And it's not about going out and lifting weights and getting a bunch of tattoos and wearing leather jackets and walking around with your chest and shoulders up, hulking around saying, I'm dangerous. That's very rarely is that a dangerous man. Become a good man.